Hello again, fellow YouTube viewers. Tonight I'll be showing you how to make homemade egg flour soup. For this, you'll need at least 1 or 2 eggs, first, I'm going to start by adding the broth in. And I'm going to put the camera down so you guys have a better view. Organic vegetable broth. Really good for making homemade soups, to buy broth for them. I'm going to pour some in there. Alright, that should be good. Now I'm going to add a bit of salt for some seasoning. Now we're going to add this special Tajin lime flavored seasoning. A little bit, dash of that. I'm going to add a bit of pepper for more flavoring. Oh yeah. And now we're going to mix it. Now you're going to want the vegetable broth in the water. You mix some water in there to come to a boil here, slow boil. Also, a secret ingredient I like adding to my friggin' egg flour soup is a little bit of soy sauce in there. Add a dash of that. Right, now we're just waiting for this to come to a boil. Also, another thing I'm going to add to it right now is some lemon juice. I'm going to add some drops into there. Real lemon juice, guys. Alright, we're going to hold off on the spices till it gets boiling. I'm going to add a little bit more water in there. Once again, guys, you're going to want to slowly stir this up. And let it come to a rolling boil. Alright, soon it's going to be time to crack the eggs, guys, and I'll give you a better look at the soup. Alright guys, it's slowly coming to a boil as we speak. Also, most people like to eat egg flour soup with other Asian food like sesame chicken or sticky or fried rice. Goes good with egg flour soup. And for the egg flour soup, guys, what I do is I take the eggs and I put them in a cup and I whisk them around with the fork. And then I slowly pour it into the egg flour soup. The old style of doing it. Alright guys, it's coming to a boil right now. I'm going to start cracking these eggs one by one. That's one egg. That's 2 eggs. And that is our third and final egg that we have. Now we're going to whisk it around like this. So let's really whisk good, guys. Alright, that should be good enough. And now that this has come to a really high boil, you're slowly going to want to add the egg into the soup. And then I'll give you a better look over the soup after I add the egg in. Slowly add the egg into your soup, like so. You want to kind of stir it around and even it out through the soup so it doesn't become too chunky in one spot. Then you're going to stir again so that all the egg gets cooked in various places. Once again, I'm going to add a little bit more water to this. Sometimes if there's too much egg and not enough soup stuff, you need to add more water to it. Alright, now that I've added more water, I'm going to add most of the egg into it. Spread it out evenly throughout the soup. And then let it cook, guys. With all the spices that I've added to it and the soy sauce in there. Give that authentic Asian flavor and taste with the vegetable broth. Once again, you're going to want to stir it around because egg is hard to cook sometimes. You want it even in soup. Alright, now I'm going to add some lemon pepper in there, a little dash of that. And then I'm going to add some paprika for the eggs flavor. And then for the soup flavoring, I'm going to add a pinch of a little bit of this perfect pinch vegetable seasoning to the egg flour soup. And then again, I'm going to show you guys, we're going to mix it around in there. Oh yeah, this is going to be a good soup. My favorite soup, by the way, guys. And I'll be telling you the spices in the description that I used. Alright guys, now I'm going to pour the final amount of the egg in so that it gets cooked evenly again, and there will be big little chunks and medium sized chunks all over now that I've added all the egg in. And we just let it cook until the egg gets all cooked. Oh, and by the way, we will be adding vegetables to this egg flour soup. Since I don't have cabbage, I had to substitute cabbage with lettuce for the soup and give it a different taste than normal. Alright guys, now time to add the vegetables. What we have for the vegetables for the soup, we have some sliced up baby carrots, cucumbers, and lettuce. We're adding all this to the soup right now. Alright guys, now we've successfully added the vegetables to the soup, which will cause the vegetables to absorb all of the pepper and the spices in there. All the lettuce will absorb it too, cucumbers even, and the egg will cook more thoroughly now that I have something to separate the egg with. Now that I've added the vegetables in, okay, I'm going to add some more salt and some more pepper to it for flavoring. You want to cook it for at least a few minutes at a time until the vegetables start to soften a bit and absorb all the spices. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a lid over it and I'm going to reduce the heat. This will guarantee that the egg get cooked for the most part. It will also steam the vegetables, like the cucumber and the lettuce. your soup evaporates too fast, you might need to add more water to it, like I did. It should bubble up like that. That means it's cooking the egg properly. Alright guys, I'm turning off the heat. And that is how you make Joel Smith's favorite egg flour soup. Homemade style. Alright guys, that concludes our video. Thanks for watching. There will be more like these.